Okay, friends, let's change the experiment. We're still going to use a coin, but here's going to be experiment number 2. Experiment number 2 is going to be, we're going to flip this coin until we get both sides. Until we get both sides. Experiment number 1 was flip until we got a repeated side. So if it went heads, heads, we were done. But we won't be done here in this experiment, in that case. We have to keep flipping until both sides are seen. Give you an example, okay? So I'm gonna flip, heads, heads, not done yet, heads, heads, oh, tails. That took 5 flips until both sides showed up. 5 flips until both sides showed up. Heads, 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 tails. Let's do it again. Tails. Tails. It's rolling, it's rolling. Heads. That took 3. Next trial was 3. All right, let's do another one. Tails. Heads. That took 2. Okay, I'm going to ask you a thinker question here before we go any further, because I think you know where this is going to go. Mathematically, this is no different than the previous experiment. It's only different in the definition of the variable. The variable now is how many times does it take until we see both sides, whereas previously it was how many times does it take until we get a repeat. What I'm going to ask you to do right now, at the end of this video, I'm going to put this in your homework. Do you think the average number of times it takes to get both sides, therefore experiment number 2, is greater than, less than, or equal to the average number of times it takes to get a repeat, which is experiment number 1? So again, real quick question. Jot your notes down if you're taking notes. We're going to calculate the average number of times it takes until we get to see both sides. Do you think that average is going to be greater than, less than, or equal to the average number of times it took to get a repeat? For those that have forgotten, the average number of times it took to get a repeat was 2.5. Do you think this one is going to be greater than, less than, or the same? All right, let's go take a look.